What was that song by Tupac? Everywhere I go, I see the same hoe.
Same hoe, and no
Was
matter
it
where I
Tupac or
go,
was that
I
Biggie?
see it. No, that was Pac.
That was
Every other
Pac, right?
video, no matter where I go, yeah, I'm pretty sure
I
that was
see the
Pac.
same
I see the same hoe.
one.
And Luda
Yeah.
did one too, talking about hoes. Ludacris did one. It's called hoes. Yeah, I sent that to you. But anyway, here we go.
Another time.
Yeah, another time. Or when is it all about the men? Are men just too weak today? Was my first question, and I'm saying real quick, and you can just tell me what you think about it, because it seems to me that women are easier today. We're talking about just having sex, just smashing. It's easier today than it was 20 years ago. I mean, I'll be 52
It's definitely
years.
easier today.
Yeah, I'll be 52 next week, and I went out just sometimes I go out, I want to see what these guys are talking about, right? I go out, like, can you curse on this? I'm like, what the F-bomb? Yeah, I'm like, what the F-bomb is all these dudes? What's going on? It's simple almost. So, and then it was like, why is it? And these are three things just real quick in succession. The third one is like, why do these guys refuse?
Well, let's do one at a time.
Ground rules? Okay, one at a time. Are men weaker today?
Yes, absolutely. They're 100% weaker than what they were 25 years ago. When I was in elementary school, you could use the R word. You could walk up to your friend right in front of the teacher and be like, "Yo, what's up, R word?"
Right.
And nothing would happen. You can't even say that today. Okay. They have gender neutral bathrooms in elementary school, something we never had before. If somebody was acting outside of the conventional, traditional conservative norms, they would be made fun of. You can't do that today. Right. So I think bullying probably is what kept a lot of culture and society in line back in those days. And the removal of bullying from the schoolyard, or like schooling and society and culture trying to equalize a playing field and make everybody equal and make everybody the same. They want you all fucking vanilla. You're not allowed to be different. You're not allowed to have, like different colors, different emotions, different whatever. Like you can't wear certain things anymore, right? It's like now they want you all to be the same. Stand on your fucking dots, take your jabs, follow the rules, like they've been trying to get us to do the last couple of years. So when you do that to men, you wean out the dangerous, risk-taking, testosterone-fueled boy that turns into a man, right? When I was a kid in school, like, the playgrounds freeze here in the wintertime, obviously in Toronto. You'd see a puddle, it would freeze overnight. You'd be like, awesome. And you take a run and you slide across, see how fast you could go. And you and your friends would keep doing that to see who would fly the farther. You can't do that in schoolyards today. Teachers come up to you and they say, don't do that. And they put a fucking cone on it. And they say, you're not allowed to do that.
Why? Because it's too dangerous?
Because one kid wiped out and got a fucking scrape, and then the parent threatened to sue the school. So now there's a fucking cone there because we have to pussify everything. It's the same thing with cars. If you look at cars 20, 30 years ago, the design language, the design architecture, they were very different. Sports cars were prominent. They were very masculine. Now, somebody sent me this meme the other day. I shared it on Twitter. And it was a picture of every single SUV that every car manufacturer makes, all the way from Mercedes down to Kia, in white, in the exact same paint scheme. And they all look nearly identical. They're fucking vanilla boxes. They're boring as shit. Fortunately, they still make some supercars, but you have to make money to go and buy those, right? But they want you all conforming to the same color, the same style. They want you pussified. So that's the direction that culture and society is taking us, which is why we have softer, weaker men now. We also have a lot of men today that have been raised in single mother households, which wasn't as prominent 20, 30 years ago. All of my friends in school, you go hang out with them, you go to their parents' house, their parents were there. There was almost no divorced households. There was almost no single mothers raising kids. And I was in a middle class sort of neighborhood, right? But today, most kids are raised in a single parent household. And when they say single parent, what that means is single mom, because women still get 80% of the custody orders, or single moms that are having children out of wedlock, being knocked up by Chad or Tyrone, doesn't matter, who it is, but she's just carrying the seed of the alpha, pops him out, and then she goes on a dating site, sometimes pregnant, looking for the next fucking, beta male to take care of her problems that, she created for herself. So guys are weak, which is why you see the Manoswamp today as big as it is today, which is why you see these podcast shows with all the gals sitting at the table, which is why you see gals sitting at the table coming in the Manoswamp, getting the attention and resources of men, because there's a lot of these guys are simping. There is no other way to put it other than if you're sitting there watching one of these gals on YouTube trying to tell you how to be a man, you're simping. Like, you look at the comments and they're clearly simping. Damn. Right? So is that a problem? Yeah. But the good news is, guys, it's very easy to stand out from that fucking crowd.
Yes.
You know,
which is why it's easier to smash, right? That's why it's easier to get women.
70% of the population doesn't have a healthy BMI. They just don't. They're overweight. So the first thing is just don't be fat. Like, don't be overweight, and you'll stand out from the vast majority of the crowd. Okay, good. Now that you got that, get some style. Cool. Now that you got that, go to the gym, pick up a fighting sport, become competent in that sense. Cool. Now you got some money, make more money. Got more money, become more captivating, do fun shit, take fun trips, invite gals in, in your world to do so. It's really easy to get women when you've got all the, the 6 6s sort of checked off.
Just a couple of them, really. I mean, I tell a lot of these guys, I'm like, bro, just be confident, man. Go in there. They're worried about designer clothes.
Well, that's what that's what the PUAs say, right? Like, the PUAs are just like, just make the approach, be confident, and you'll get the date, you'll get the the lay, whatever. And it's like, that works for some guys, and maybe they do get what they're looking for that one time. But if your success ratio is like, you're making 50 approaches and you're getting one number, and maybe, like, I don't know, 10 or 20% of the time that turns into a date or maybe a intimacy sort of segment, is she going to stick around if you have roommates and you play video games and you're a stoner and you're 31 working at Walmart? Probably not.
Nah, she done. You have to have the rest. You're absolutely right, bro. And that's so okay. And then so that leads to women being easier because it's not much. They're all competing for the same dudes, like you said. Like, here in America, what it's like, 75% of Americans are either overweight or obese. Yeah. You know what I mean? So 25%, you're there. The last one was, why is it that men refuse to accept these new ground rules? I talk to these guys all the time, to the point where I'm sick of talking to some of them.
Because it's easier to complain than it is to do the work. It's easier to be a little bitch and complain about the card that you've been dealt. And a lot of guys make up reasons why they're upset. They're upset because they don't have hair. They have the wrong skin color. They're not tall enough. Their bone structure. Like, there's legitimate. So this is one of the problems with the Mano Swamp, is there's legitimate channels that prey on persuadable guys to adopt the losers, quitters mindset, which is good for guys doing the work. Okay, because then there's less competition out there. But they don't need to accept that. You don't need to accept failure. I know lots of short guys that get plenty of ladies. I know lots of guys with many different colored skin that do fine with ladies. Some have more of a struggle depending on where they live and the demographics, but they can still kind of navigate through it. It's like, you do the best that you can. You're losing your hair, shave your fucking head. You can grow a nice beard and trim it out, right? Like, have a look, don't be fat, like, stay fit, hi, right? Look good. It's not that difficult. You just sort of max out, but that's a large and growing demographic, right? Like, that's a problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay in the fight, brother. I mean, I'm gonna take up your mantle. I'm gonna start calling it the Mano Swamp as well. I've been trying to be nice, but being nice isn't working. I'm gonna have to keep it hardcore, like that airborne shit behind me. And last thing before I go, my cousin, you talk about women being harder and stuff like that. My cousin, she's well-to-do, very beautiful. She was looking for a new car. Mm-hmm. I'm going with her. She's hunting for a BMW M850 competition. We get into the car and we start it up. And I'm like, no, get out of this car. You can't have this. You want to talk about a machine, bro. I think it would have kept up with you in that McLaren. I think it's 600 and it came stock 620 horsepower, I think 615 or something like that.
Yeah, that's an M8.
Yeah, the M8.
That's a lot of car. That's not a girl's car.
Oh man, she got an M850, but I was able to talk her out of the competition.
Step below the M8, though.
Yeah, I was able to talk her out of it. Like,
yeah,
you can't get this one.
It's still a lot of car. I mean,
it's a lot of cars. She got a great deal. I mean, right now the bottom fell out, so she was able to get her price and everything. But here it is. This is a woman getting this vehicle.
How old is she?
She won't want me to tell her, but she don't know.
Age range 30 to 35,
40s.
30.
No,
40s.
she's just hitting her 40s.
What does she do for a living?
She's very well off. She's in telecommunications. She's very well off. She's doing it. She is
definitely into six figures. She's probably making 200 grand plus.
Well,
right?
well north of six figures.
Yeah, there's lots of really successful, 40-year-old women. They got degrees on their wall, framed in mahogany. She married? She have kids?
Nah, she's been
chasing excellence then, right?
Yes, she's been chasing excellence.
She's one of the candidates for Kevin Samuels. I don't understand why I can't get a high value man.
Well, maybe. And I think of Rolo. When I think of Rolo, and it's more she's become the man she wants, possibly one of those kind of things.
Well, that's what a lot of women do, right? They set this image for themselves on what attraction is, and then they completely forget that women are beauty objects, and that if there's an older guy that's 45 years old and he's got his money sorted out and he has a choice between a boss babe making $250,000 a year driving a BMW 850i, nice car, by the way, probably has her life together. You said she's beautiful, so I trust you. That's great. But if there's a 28-year-old that's hotter and he's got his money sorted out, he's probably going to go for the younger one. Like, why wouldn't he?
Yeah,
right?
You can't compete against your young. I tell it to people.
So it's a tough market for the gals, right?
It's very difficult. I'm like, look, as fine as you are, as much as you've done, you can't compete with your 28-year-old self.
Yeah, they'll get
18-year-old self. You can't do it.
Yeah, like a 45-year-old woman that's got her shit together will get a 55, 60-year-old guy, right? But even those guys are fewer and far between, right? Because as you get older, guys start to fall apart. There's very few. I don't know that many in shape guys that are like 55, 60.
It's not a lot of us, bro. Even I'm chubby. I'm like skinny fat. I got to force myself to get up and do the push-ups and go into the gym.
Keep putting in the reps, man. Like, for me to look like this, dude, I fight 2 times a week. I have a trainer twice a week. I throw in an extra workout during the week. I do a lot of walking,
and
right? Diet too. My diet's dialed in. My girl's an excellent fucking culinary. She knows how to put shit together, and she's in shape too. So it's like, I don't have to worry about that part of my life, right? This is not easy to accomplish. Like, trust me, this is almost like a full-time job for me to do this shit.
Yeah, the older we get, it gets that way, bro. And
therapeutic testosterone, the peptides, the vitamins, the supplements, all this shit.
All that good shit, man. Yo, and I appreciate the talk, man. I grew up on the other side of that. I'm like the polar opposite of the way you came up. But here's the thing, it doesn't matter. And I tell all these dudes, fuck the excuses, man. Y'all got to get out there and get after it, man. You got to get in the trenches. And these dudes are afraid to engage, man. Point blank, period. Last question I want to ask you. Real talk. There are a lot of people coming into the Wano Swap just basically to rip these guys off, just like the women on the other side are ripping them off. There are guys out there who are really trying to help these dudes out. Do you think it's wrong to set a business model in the Wano Swamp right now, just morally speaking?
Everybody's got something to sell, right? I mean, I was already financially successful before I started up YouTube. My business still runs, the main business that I set up 20 years ago now. It's going to be 20 years old in February of 2023.
Congratulations, bro.
Thanks. Very uncommon feat, if you look at the stats. But anyway, I just started doing videos for fun because I wanted to do car videos with entrepreneurs, and people were asking me about life problems, talk about the kind of women to avoid dating, started talking about that sort of shit, then sort of unpack my own wounds and made them my work on the channel. I did that for quite a while. I mean, now you'll go to YouTube and you'll have like a brand new channel. The guy's like, buy my new course on becoming a pickup artist, or sign up for my new how to run a harem of 20 bitches, sort of thing. And it's like, okay, well, there's that, on one side of the scale, you got the girls looking for the attention and the money and the super chats and all that. And the other side of the scale, you got the guys like, I'll teach you how to bed, 1,000 women like I did, or I'll teach you how to run a harem of 20 chicks. And like the customers that they're selling these courses to, they're the same guys that you're dealing with. They're socially awkward, they're overweight, they don't make a lot of money, they're insignificant, they don't have a captivating life. Like, you fix all of those things. Like, once you understand what women are attracted to, like what women really respond to, you don't need to play games. You don't need to memorize lines. You don't need to buy courses. It's like, they're kind of easy. Like it's not that difficult. Just stay away from the psychopaths. Stay away from the ones with the red flags, like the last dude that, has a false grape allegation thing. Like, you see she's got 5 red flags. I don't care. I don't care how big her tits are or how good she looks or whatever it is that's like drawing you in, right? Like, there'll be another one. There's another bus that comes along. Like, just pass. Let her become somebody else's problem. But it's only when you're thirsty, and it's only when, you chase women too much. That's why when I was talking earlier, there's 2 kinds of guys that you can't trust, right? Guys that are always chasing girls to try to get laid. And there's always the other guys that just can't get laid, because they'll throw you under the bus for anything, right? So
every single time,
when that becomes an obsession and you make it your life, that's when I see it as a problem. And it's like, okay, dude, like, what color's your McLaren? In Andrew Tate's word, sort of thing. Like, why aren't you fucking like chasing other things in life other than just pussy?
Right. And I quote you all the time, man. Chase excellence. That's one of the things I tell these guys. I'm like, look, bro, you know what I mean? You got to chase excellence. Women, or that's a byproduct. Women are a byproduct of
They're a
that type of
byproduct
success.
of you doing the work.
And they love that. It doesn't matter.
They're not the goal. They are the
not
accessory.
And if they're the goal, they're going to run your pockets, bro. Like, again, I came up from the streets, man. Like I tell these guys, when it comes to women, it's like money. All money ain't good money. And you know what I'm talking about. I don't know how many times you get hit up by people who want to give you money just so you can talk to them or go on their platform. And I know you say no. All money ain't good money. All women ain't good women. If she, like you said, if she's hot or whatever, there's another one right around the corner. And I'll leave you with this. For these young guys, I'm a 52-year-old man. I can still get out there and run my game. I had a woman who woke up the next morning and she said, you know, that game you used, that line you used on me was real corny. And she paused for a moment and she said, as I tell you this in my bed the next morning, I'm like, exactly. You feel for the corny game, baby. Now, I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, man. I'll see you later, okay?
Peace.
Thanks, bud. I really hope you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full-length podcast, you can find that over here, that clip's from. If you're newer to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe over here. And pin down below in the top comment, you'll find a bunch of useful links to my website, my supplement line, books, and a bunch of other stuff. Have an amazing day. Peace out.